Hello, friends. This is Sharon from Natural Awakenings magazine, and today I'm joined once again by our good friend, Dr. Julie Monica, functional nutritionist, and today we're going to talk about bowls. We all love them, but which ones are the best choice for us? So thank you for joining me today, Dr. Julie, and I just switched to view, so now you're on the screen with us. How
Hi,
are you?
I'm really good, Sharon, really good.
Great.
And yeah, we're going to talk about bowls today. And so the reason I went into it is because, when you don't have two pieces of bread to hold a sandwich and eat, you're at a bowl. And one of the first places that we heard about it, or in Jersey, if you will, Jersey people out there, was at Mike's Subs. And I believe now Mike's Subs is that right? Mike's Subs,
I
is
had
that pretty
no
small?
idea. I did not know that.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. There you go. See, we're doing good already. Mike Subs is nationwide now, I believe, or at least he's branching out. So, and if we're talking about something and you're tuning in from somewhere else, you have these places near you, and I bet you everybody nationwide, they're kind of following suit. So everything we say, you should be able to find that place near you. So let me start with Chipotle, okay? Why Chipotle? Well, they always had a bowl too, by the way. So you can have a bowl, and like I said, that's what you want to go. And remember, I'm always talking about metabolics, basic metabolic and what that is. And basically, so many of us need to drop some weight, or we need to lower our cholesterol. We want to maybe get our waistline in order, whatever we're doing to meet those markers to make us ultimately more healthy, drop the cholesterol, et cetera, et cetera. You start losing weight, it's going to go down. So back to the bowls. What's the deal? Like I said, Chipotle. Chipotle always had a bowl, and you could either put in it whatever you wanted. You just were many times not doing the burrito, the wrap. And so I kind of made a little bit of a mantra: no wraps, no rice, no beans at Chipotle. That makes sense. Right now, my patients say, Doc, but the beans are healthy. Yes, they are very healthy food, but let's see, let's look it up. I got this. You can get this at Chipotle. It's pretty wonderful. And it gives us it's nutrition facts. It looks like this. Very helpful. And I'm using it right now to tell you that for carbohydrates, their beans are, let's see, where are the beans? Oh, okay. Here we go, 22 grams. And again, when they say it on these menus and so forth that you get, it's the serving that they give you. They're taught to give you X serving. So you're getting, that's a lot. 22 carbs is a lot, all right? Just for haha, since we're here, a flour tortilla that you would get the burrito in, 50 grams of carbohydrates, everybody. And the
Wow.
rice, the amount that they
Wow.
give you, yeah, 50. And then the rice is 36.
Wow.
Okay. So even the beans are high, they're a little lower, but it really adds to our bottom line, no pun intended, when we're ordering and maybe want to go there twice a week. So let's continue with how to make that bowl good. Those are the things you don't want: the beans, the rice, the wrap. So what do we want? We certainly want we want to have, don't forget, they got the hot peppers and onions, they got chunky salsa, they've got the guacamole and cheese and sour cream. And if you want to have cheese and sour cream, that even makes it more robust. So think about that. Some fresh salsa, you can get the green salsa, very low in carbohydrates. This comes out usually to altogether, you're going to be definitely around 25 carbs for a meal. You're doing good. So again, we don't want the rice wraps or beans. We do want the peppers and onions. We want the chunky salsa, guacamole. We can have some of their cheese and their sour cream. And remember, folks, when you walk out of Chipotle, you do not want extra chips that they always ask you, and you don't want to drink. It just blows the whole thing. You've got that meal in your hand, in the bag, it's in the bowl. You go home and it's a complete meal. Very good. One more thing I will say, they came out with the cauliflower rice. That is, in the amount that they give you, it is 7 grams of carbs, everybody. So that really works, and it satisfies that, ooh, I need some rice feeling. So it's 4 net, and it is 3 grams of fiber.
Wow.
I did notice, though, I have to say, that if you don't have a $10 a meal, they're going to charge you an extra 2 just for having the cilantro cauliflower rice. So I thought that was interesting. It was a little pricey when we priced out the meals, but nonetheless, very good. So The next place we're going, and again, like I said, in Jersey, it's Mike Subs, okay? So Mike Subs has sub in a tub, and it's really, really, really become a real hit with people. The ones that you want to avoid, let's start with that, okay? The ones you would like to avoid would be anything with a heavy sauce, because some of the sauces have a lot of sugar. And I know for a fact that in some of the reviews, we looked at the chicken Big Kahuna and the buffalo steak cheesecake. I'm sorry, cheesesteak. Those are both 16 carbs, okay, net carbs. But again, they're higher, not so bad. The worst was the teriyaki chicken at that was at 23 net carbs, and
Mm.
that was a little bit higher, and that was the teriyaki chicken cheesesteak. Teriyaki always has its soy sauce and sugar. That's really the basis of that. But the others are really low, and not only that, they're really good, and they got some really good ratings on how they tasted. Okay, so some of them are, just to make you a little hungry, is you can get chicken Philly cheesesteak in a tub, and remember it's hot, so it's very satisfying, especially these days. They've got Jersey Mike's famous Philly sub in a tub. They have a roast beef and provolone. So you guys can go on their menu and look at it, and then they've got BLT in a tub. So you can get almost anything. You're minus the chips again and the bread, and you're really in your, I was just reading before, even the higher ones at 16 carbs, they're even less. That's pretty good on anybody. I mean, we can go keto there if you want to. So that's a real winner. Next, I want to do, and again, this is a little Jersey, it's called Salad Works. I know it's in Brick, everybody, but I think they may have a couple other locations. Now, this is kind of a no-brainer. It's a salad. The idea is somebody's making it for you. It comes with different types of lettuces and certainly different types of toppings. So remember when you're doing salads, okay? Again, what you don't want, okay, what we don't want, let's start there. We don't want crunchy noodles. We don't want croutons. We don't want pasta. And these are all found in pastas. We don't want the sweet fruits like the mandarins or pears. A little might be okay, but not really. We don't want, and the biggest drum roll, craisins. That we don't want. Though they taste good, that blows the whole thing. I'm in some of the stores. I'm always, if you're going to go shopping with me, I'm slow. I'm flipping over those labels all of the time. And I'm looking, and I see salads with carbohydrates up around 35 to 40 grams of carbs in a salad. But that's because of all the additives. And too, you would watch on some of the dressings. Yeah, some of your better dressings are, what we do? Just give you two little tips here. We'll take dressings, if you can do it, and you just split it with a good fat, like a nice deep virgin olive oil. The olive oil just takes the taste of the dressing and kind of just elongates it and makes it last longer and cuts down on the amount that you would have. So you're getting less carbs. So that's one tip. And the other tip is just cut up your salad. And you can use less because you're increasing the surface area. So you need less salad to make it taste like it has more dressing.
Right.
So those are two things. And the things, don't forget, that you can have on salad and that you can really enjoy, which everybody knows this. Again, we can have those onions and those radishes and just take a little more time to chop some of the things that you like. Of course, lots of olives and guacamole, meats, cheeses. And also, don't forget, some salads, like especially taco salads without the taco shells, you can do sour cream and some chopped meat with some spices. So there's really different ways to think about lunch. One thing I tell all of my patients, when we think about lunch, please don't think soup, wraps, sandwiches. Stop. There's new things out there. And the last thing I want to say that is the most widespread, the most available, and I think the most overlooked because we don't think of walking into a grocery store, is all the grocery stores, or there's a couple you're thinking of right now, they have a salad bar. One of your grocery stores that you go to has a salad bar. Around here, ShopRite's notorious. And on those salad bars is everything you would need. All the chopped vegetables, a couple choices of different lettuces. There's protein in the way of shrimp or chicken or hard-boiled eggs. That's a real winner. It's at the right price. You pack it up. Talk about do it yourself and picking out what you want. It's just a home run. So, and then you've got your dressings, and you can use, and they've always got olive oil. They've always got vinegar. It's really wonderful. Now, what I tell them too, people I'm working with, don't forget to pack up a second one. Pack up a second salad. It's for tomorrow. It's going to keep. And then you're always prepared, which is a big deal for all of us when we're trying to watch what we eat, to be prepared. So that's really overlooked. And back to ShopRite, I got to give them a kudos, because they have, if many of you listening to this say, oh yeah, they got a lot of food. They certainly do. And if you go and look for the type of food that is metabolically positive, they've got a lot of different types of fish prepared. They've got dinners prepared. They've got lots and lots of stuff. And they've even got sushi. So don't forget to walk into a grocery store, even if it's lunchtime and you're not going grocery shopping, but you're going in there to get your food. It works out great.
It really does. And it's more economical to swing through the supermarket than it is through some of the fast food options.
Exactly.
But we keep having these conversations at lunchtime, and now I'm starving.
That's right. We keep having them at lunchtime. Exactly. So that is kind of my, that was kind of my today, because people just get really stuck on lunch. And I think a big deal, I'm going to say that again. Don't think wraps, soups, sandwiches. It's like for breakfast, we think pancakes and waffles and oatmeal. Geez, in some countries, they don't even have like super traditional foods. I mean, they do, but they're much more apt for breakfast to have a protein and a vegetable, a piece of meat or fowl and a vegetable, which sounds really foreign to us. But I got very far on, not being traditional and eating different types of foods and feeling satisfied. And wow, I had food, but it was, very early in the morning, but it was okay with me. So yes, so that's what I put out there today, and I hope everybody got something out of that, especially the supermarket, the grocery store, because boy, they have more food ready to go than anybody. Like, what ShopRite's like. It's
Oh,
crazy.
amazing. It's
It's
amazing.
huge. There are a lot of big ones here in Jersey too. And Mike Subs, they're getting more popular. And Chipotle's really actually, this menu that I kind of showed you, if you ask for it at the cashier, and let me tell you, it's got everything. I'm going to quickly read it to you. It's got your protein, your calories. It's got your calories from fat. It's got total fat. It's got saturated. It's got carbohydrates, sodium. It's got dietary fiber, sugar. I mean, that's pretty much all you need. You thumb down, it's got these columns, and you can figure out exactly what you're getting and if it fits into your program. So these stores are, I think, and Salad Works, oh my gosh, I ate there once. I didn't eat there. They brought a salad here in the office, and I guess they wanted us to try it because we would say how good it is. And I'm here to tell you, it was the freshest thing I ever tasted. It was
Oh,
so delicious. And I just got a plain salad with cucumbers and tomatoes and celery, and it was just like a regular garden salad. It was so good.
mm,
So, and what else does it do? These salads can really help. I'm always telling everybody, one of the main things you want to do is keep up, no matter what type of intake that you're doing to be healthful, is try to eat X amount of raw food a day. And it's hard to do that. So this kind of satisfies that issue too. A lot of it will be like salad oriented. So that's my, yeah, let's get out of the lunch rut, everybody. Let's do bowls.
yeah.
And we did it for dinner the other night. We had that as part of the dinner. It was pretty good. And we did try the Chipotle's cauliflower rice. It was not bad. It was good.
Ah,
It was very good.
I keep hearing it's the cilantro lime. Yeah, it sounds.
Exactly.
Um, I was just going to say something, and now it went right out of my head. I'm super excited because we did our soup video, we did our squash video, and now we have our bowl video. We're giving everyone so many options to live a healthier life. Oh, and now I remember what it was. I mean, if I have to make the salad myself, I'm going to eat less salad. When somebody else makes it for me, somehow it tastes so much better. So I think that's such a great idea, like going to the salad bar because it's like a salad somebody else made for you because you're not doing the prep and cleanup. So good suggestion.
What a great comment. That is really so true. You're not cutting. I love celery. I don't want to buy it, clean it, and cut it.
Right.
I love it. So I go there and I pour it in, and a big thing, just everything you said about that, somebody kind of made it for you, but it's all there, and the variety that's there. I mean, there's even cottage cheese. Now I get a lot of people are dairy free, and a lot of people are just animal free if you're vegetarian or vegan. But for the people that are eating it, a little cottage cheese, oh, that's so good in my salad. Put a little dressing on it, and boy, does that pack a punch. Ounce for ounce, cottage cheese has more protein than meat.
Mm,
So yeah, it's because it's concentrated. It's dairy concentrated in these curds of cottage cheese. So yes, it has a ton of protein. And the point is it's usually on the salad bar. It's endless in the variety. And then they change it. You could find chicken wings on there.
oh
You
yeah.
could find, yeah, chicken strips. You can find shrimp, hard-boiled eggs, like I said. You could find really meatballs sometimes. Anything they change it up, which is great. So you can really have a different salad all of the time. And like I had said before, boy, pack up that second salad
What's it?
because the next day, maybe it's part of your dinner.
Perfect.
Exactly. So yeah, I just think that I wanted to give a little piece of, I got spurred on by a couple of things that happened this week with patients, and that, you know, um, the raw thing is always on my mind. Get the patient to eat more raw. Where the availability, people sometimes fall in that rut because they only have X amount of time and they know where they're going. And in the back of their mind, they say, well, I know I really shouldn't eat this, but I haven't made the time to figure out what else to do and where else to go. So here are some tips. And the grocery store thing, I bet you a couple of people out there saying, oh yeah, I could do that.
Yeah,
And you should.
it's a
So
no-brainer.
yeah, exactly. It's a good one. So, and a lot of these, don't forget, when you get the Chipotle, for instance, it's most between let's say the cauliflower rice and between the hot peppers and onions, it's a hot dish. And even Mike Subs, some of those cheesesteak ones there, you get them. The cheese, I was looking at the pictures as I was speaking about it. The cheese is melted. It's a hot dish. So you can still feel like, ooh, I had something warm. And you know what, too, in ending, I just want to say, and maybe, we did do our soup video, but soup's out commercial, and I don't care,
Oh yeah,
even
too.
small delis that say it's homemade, that's really mystery food.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. So that's really something to stay away from. Sorry. Make your own, make a lot, freeze a lot of it, defrost it, and take it with you.
Yeah, so much better. Well, thank you, Dr. Julie. You definitely keep giving us a lot to think about, and I feel like I've started the year off much healthier. My tea that I've been drinking, my squash I've been eating,
Awesome.
and I'm going to go make a bowl, and I'm going to use my squash as the base of the bowl. You can do that too.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's a great idea. I love that.
yeah,
Use your squash. One of the three squashes that we spoke about, even you like your spaghetti squash,
I've
right?
been loving the spaghetti squash.
It's so wonderful because it's so versatile. And it gives it could be so hot, and it
Mm,
could be the base of the bowl, and then it's endless what goes on top of it. And boy, it's just, rice is incredibly high in carbohydrates. It's so good, but it's just too high. And we don't kind of um we just got to change it around. We're not like, yeah, we used to eat rice. We used to eat a lot less. And we can go into that whole thing about all different types of attributes of nutrition and how we've changed and why this has to change. But traditionally, we ate differently, but we also ate a lot less.
right.
I tell the story of once upon a time, if we all went, when we were small, we went to grandma's or we went to our aunt so and so's house, and they had a setting, a table setting, and in the table setting there was a small glass, or you would see a set of glasses that was called juice glasses, and it was like a breakfast setting. I remember one of my aunts, and I was like, what is that? It's like a little bigger. It's like a double two shots. That's small. It's a juice glass. Why? Because that's all the juice they used to drink. And that was the equivalent of about one orange squeezed. And
Hmm.
it was called, my father used to call it an eye opener. I was like, okay, what that is. But it just reminded me how things have changed. And that's just a little story. And again, they're small. It's like a double shot glass. And that's how much one orange would give you. And that's what they used to drink.
Hmm.
We don't do that today, is the point.
No, and wine glasses used to be tiny like that also.
You are exactly right. They look odd. They're so small, they look odd. And even if they had two or three, I don't even know if that equals what somebody would pour today in one glass.
Right.
So yeah, what I talk about is quantity, and that has a lot to do with it also. So yeah, so we gave a little information on where to get stuff and the quality of your food, the quality
Awesome.
to change right, what you're eating. So everybody, good luck with that. And if you have any questions, load them up and we'll answer.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Julie, and everyone. If you haven't subscribed, please do put your comments below. We've been responding. It's been fantastic. Thanks for your continued support, and stay tuned for more health and wellness information in the future with Dr. Julie. Thank you, Dr. Julie.
Bye, Sharon.
Bye.